excuse me, off the sideline. Varsity action here in Westside as Bellows Falls at West Rutland. We're scoreless with 7:27. First possession of the game, West Rutland turned it over. And here comes Bellows Falls with their first possession. And that is a long three that rattles home. I guess we got to get a man out on number 5 because he's not shy. Dow, midcourt. Hands off to Maxim, Maxim to Grabowski, Grabowski to Bartlett. Bartlett, top of the key to Dow. Great pass to the cutter. Bartlett can't get it to go, but gets the rebound and kicks it back out. They're going to set it back up. Grabowski. Pass to Maxim. That was picked off, but Maxim able to recover, and then that ball goes out of bounds. Francis Grabowski checks in. Willie Grabowski checks out. 3-0 Bellows Falls on the strength of their first shot of the game. Three-pointer from the top of the key straight away by number 5. Off the front of the rim, no good. Maxim rebound, Dow takes a look, nothing there. So he'll run the offense.
Jake, go, come on. Run it here, 2 away. Here we go.
That pass to Francis Grabowski. Rue Forrest trying to establish position to get a post pass. Grabowski to Bartlett. Bartlett backs it out.
Come on, from here. Outside.
Hands off to Dow. Dow to Maxim. Maxim to Grabowski. Had Dow cutting through. Nice position by Bellows Falls. Stopped the pass, and Brian Maxim continues his torrid start to the season. He's drawn first blood for West Rutland in all of their games. That's a 3, which is a new part of his game. He hit one last game as well, and he has been very effective on the offensive half for Westside so far. With Forrest on the team, it actually allows Maxim to play small forward, which is his more natural position. He's been forced to play either center or big forward his entire career here at Westside. But more natural position for him is where he's at right now.
Talk through it. Talk through it, Francis, here.
Tied up at 3, 5:34 left. And that's awful easy, but won't go. Bellows Falls tenacious, gets a hand on it, but Bartlett secures it. He's past midcourt. He sees Grabowski. Grabowski finds Forrest, and Forrest drives the baseline, goes up strong, and he'll shoot 2. Crowd not sure about that call, but I'll tell you what, Rue Forrest has had a nice start to the season as well.
42 in the back. 2.
Second game of the season, he had 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes and sat, but he has got a nice soft touch with his left hand off the glass. Great drop step. Free throws not his strong suit. First one no good. Second one coming. Second shot no good, and West Rutland battles on the boards, Grabowski and Maxim. And Maxim comes down with it. Swings it for Dow. Dow, pick and roll. Oh, baby. Good look, fakes the pass to the corner, up off the glass, no good, took it wide. Can't get it to drop. And Bellows Falls back up the floor. 5 hit the first shot of the game from there. Dribble drive into the paint, floater off the glass, count it. And here comes Dow.
Recognize who's in the middle.
A little bit of a body there.
Hey, 13. Recognize. Yup, Rue, stay low. Ryan, yup, you're good. Here we go, angles. Angles.
Dow bounce pass to Bartlett. Bartlett dribbles into the paint, sends up a floater that's no good. Bellows Falls up the floor, and 5 hit from there before. Here comes 3, and you can count that. Bellows Falls shooting extremely well to start. It's 8-3 here, first quarter action. Skip pass. West Rutland fortunate. Bartlett looking for Francis Grabowski on the far wing. Bellows Falls sniffed it out and tipped it out of bounds. Coach Schneider calls a 30-second timeout. He'll discuss long cross-court passes,
30-second
I'm going to guess.
Thank you.
So Keith Schneider in his third game here in West Rutland is the varsity coach. He's assisted by Jordan Toller, who took over as the JV coach. If you haven't seen it yet, I strongly encourage you to find the West Rutland Bellows Falls JV game. It was a dandy of a finish. Matt Hart, your PEGTV player of the game.
First horn, Mike. First horn.
He was a beast on the offensive boards. He certainly has a nose for the ball, and West Rutland JV boys had it rolling in the fourth quarter. Great job of Coach Toller to get the boys moving. And Westside comes out of that timeout. Grabowski.
Run it right.
Into Maxim. Dow. Top of the key, Francis Grabowski pulls the trigger and drains a three. So it is 6-8. Maxim has hit a three. Grabowski has hit a three, and that's the offense for you for Westside. Great up fake, dribble drive into the lane. Rattles won't go. And West Rutland getting handled on the offensive and defensive boards. And that's Forrest picking up his second of the game already. And he'll come sit. Drake Jankowski will check in at the first opportunity. So much like the second game of the season, Forrest in early trouble, comes to sit. Drake Jankowski comes in. First shot no good for Bellows Falls. Second shot coming. Rattles and drops. 9-6 Bellows Falls, and they're going to come out with some full court pressure. Dow bounce pass to Bartlett. Bartlett tries to get the pass off, and Bellows Falls taps it away. And Bellows Falls with a layup off the turnover. Bounce pass to Bartlett. Bartlett comes near side. Floater of a pass, and that's up into the stands. Willie Grabowski in, Jake Bartlett out. Bellows Falls wreaking havoc with a full court press. First turnover was a layup, second turnover is right here, and Bellows Falls another offensive possession. They're up 11-6 with 3:18 left. Bounce pass to the near wing. Dribble drive, nice job of Maxim. Close out on that. And that's a wide open three for number 5. He hit the first, he misses the second. Jake Dow pressures, and great tenacity forces the Bellows Falls player to step on the line. So here comes West Rutland, and Bellows Falls has now dropped out of the full court press. I'm sure we'll see that later in the game. Grabowski thinks about Dow, nothing there. Dow's gonna step to and get that. Now it's back to Grabowski, corner, Francis up, long. Dow pressures, and now he drops back. Bellows Falls into the offensive half. Corner, and that's a nice pass to the post. Bellows Falls up and over Drake Jankowski for 2 more. It's 13-6. Bellows Falls playing great defense. Dow to Grabowski. Grabowski dribbles baseline, tries to force a pass into the paint. Bellows Falls sees that coming, knocks it out of bounds. It's still West Rutland ball under the hoop. And Coach Schneider asking his players to slow it down, run the offense all the way through, and Willie Grabowski wisely gives his brother Francis an option in the backcourt. Now he dribbles up and off to Dow at the top of the key. Hands off to Francis Grabowski, bounce pass to Jankowski. Jankowski to Dow. Dow looks for the cutting Maxim, not there. Pass to Grabowski, to the other Grabowski. Up fake, dribbles to the top of the key. That ball to Jankowski. Hands off to Grabowski. Back to Dow. Corner. West Rutland doing a nice job moving the ball. Jankowski pulls it back out to Maxim. Maxim travels, not called. Dow likes it. He puts up the three. It's long. And Bellows Falls down with the ball, and Dow's going to stick his nose in and pressure a little bit. And that little bit of pressure forces the turnover. Here comes Westside. Minute 33 left. Francis Grabowski will inbound to Dow. Coach Snyder calling a different play. Francis in the corner, has Maxim, high looping pass out to Dow. Dow thinks about the skip pass far side to Willie, but now it's a bounce pass to Francis in the corner. He looks for Maxim. That ball knocked out of bounds. Remains west side ball. Minute 14 left. Nice movement, Willie Grabowski, but it's into Maxim. Maxim, a couple dribbles, and he finds Francis in the corner, and he's doubled, picks up his dribble. Long pass all the way out to Dow. Dow. Bounce pass to Maxim in the lane. Floater. That's a nice look and a nice finish right there. That cuts the lead to 5. We're at 53 seconds. Maxim, great job to find some space. Dow found him, and floater good. Maxim's got 5 already. That's going to be a foul on west side. Jake Dow picks up his first. It's the 3rd on West Rutland. 46.2 left, and it's a 5-point lead, Bellows Falls.
Will, get out. Great, step to it, great.
Top of the key, tries to force the pass into the paint. Dow, the only West Rutland player to step to it. We're at 39, so plenty of time to run offense. Francis Grabowski likes instant offense. That rattles around, no good. 2 West Rutland players there for the rebound. It's Maxim who pulls it down. He dribbles down to the baseline, gets himself in trouble, and that ball's out. Bellows Falls ball, 28.8 left, first quarter. Full court pressure for Bellows Falls, forced some turnovers and some easy points. Foul trouble for Rue Forrest, has the big man for Westside sitting. That's a 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Drake Jankowski goes up but unable to secure it, and Bellows Falls rebound on the offensive half. Francis will put that 3 up. That is deep, and that is nothing. Air ball for Francis from deep in the corner. There's a second left, and Bellows Falls gonna inbound. Coach Schneider calls for the pressure to keep them from rolling it in and saving time. Francis Grabowski picks off the pass and throws up the desperation jumper. No good, so it's 15-8 coming into the second quarter here. We'll come back as West Rutland breaks their home. First horn sounds, and here comes West Rutland out of the end of the quarter timeout. Both coaches give instructions to their teams, and here we come. West Rutland going to start the quarter with the ball down 7. You got Willie Grabowski going to inbound to Dow. Brendan Harvey has checked in for his first minutes, and Maxim and Drake Jankowski remain in. Francis Grabowski taking a break. Hands off to Harvey. Harvey to Jankowski. Over to Willie. Willie to Dow. Dow to Jankowski. Not there. That ball to Harvey. Harvey. Great pass to Jankowski down on the block. Not sure who made that bullet pass in there, but Drake's going to shoot 2. And that foul is on Shane Clark, his second. Jankowski to shoot 2. And he's a good free throw shooter. That cuts it 15-9. So number 11 is going to check in for Bellows Falls. That's Caleb White. Second one's up and good. And West Rutland comes out with a little pressure of their own. It's Dow and Grabowski and Harvey in the backcourt. 3 extremely quick players. They force a long pass. Maxim there, and he's going to, oh, baby. I thought Maxim might get called for the reach, but instead it's a 10-second call. How about that? Quick athletic players for Westside. Give Bellows Falls a little bit of trouble in the backcourt, and it turns into a 10-second call. So down by 5 with 7:25, and West Rutland forces the turnover.
You, Brian.
So high pick, Maxim sets it. Dow goes strong, and that's off the glass, and you can count it, and they'll stay in the pressure. Harvey hounding his man extremely quick. Guy gets a little loose with the ball, but he's to midcourt. Gonna try and back across. Oh, what a beautiful finish for the Bellows Falls player. Dribbles through and then the scoop up off the glass and good. 17-12. West Rutland gave him trouble, but that was a nice finish for Bellows Falls. Dow hands off to Jankowski. Jankowski comes to Harvey. Harvey to the corner for Willie Grabowski. Grabowski gets poked from behind, swings to Dow. Dow takes a look and over to Harvey. Harvey has a cutting Maxim. He's going to come to the top of the key for Jankowski to Dow. Maxim trying to post up, a lot of contact down on the post, no call. Grabowski to Jankowski. That's a kick. Remains West Rutland ball.
Hey, trip.
6:24 left, and it's a 5-point Bellows Falls lead. Willie Grabowski calls for the break and finds a wide open Maxim. He likes what he sees. Off the rim, no good, and follows his shot. Goes up strong, no good. West Rutland battling on the boards. Jankowski unable to get a handle on it, but great work West Side. Keep that offensive possession alive. And here comes more full court pressure. Bellows Falls with multiple subs. West Rutland sticks with the same 5, and here comes Bellows Falls. Dow. Now it's Bellows Falls. And you can hear the student section of West Rutland getting a little rowdy. That is a loose ball, all kinds of sloppy, and Bellows Falls somehow comes down with it. Puts up a shot, and Willie Grabowski shows you his vertical right there. Goes up and hauls it down. We get a shot of the West Rutland student section. Jankowski into Maxim. And we got a push in the back. So that's the second on 42. Zach Chapin. Again, Maxim able to find open space, fakes to the middle and then goes strong up, and it's good. West Rutland remains in the press, and what a beautiful job of breaking that press by Bellows Falls. If you end it with a layup, you did it right. 5:30 left, and the lead remains 5. Teams trading 2-point baskets. Dow, bounce pass. Grabowski kicks out to Dow. Harvey, up fake, bounce pass, forces it into the paint, and it is picked off. And then tenacious work. Harvey gets the recovery, back to Dow. Dow spins. He takes a look. He finds a wide open Willie, and Willie off the front of the rim, no good, and West Side controls. Harvey, great job on the boards. Bellows Falls sub coming. And Dow slows it down and resets the offense. Bounce pass to Harvey. Swings to Jankowski. Jankowski back to Harvey. Harvey to Dow. Dow to the corner. Great pass into Drake Jankowski. He goes up with a baby hook off the glass and in. Drake Jankowski, and here comes West Side with another full court press. And number 3 for Bellows Falls done a beautiful job of dribbling through that press. That floater up, no good, and here comes Willie Grabowski. He's athletic. He fakes the pass, left hand, gets the roll, and it's a 1-point game. West Rutland is putting the pressure on, so much so that we've got a Bellows Falls timeout. 4:22 left in the second quarter. We've got a call after everything's over. 23 for Bellows Falls, I believe, is going to pick up a foul, and it is a tee. And I don't see a 32 on the varsity program. We'll look down at the JV program. There's not a 32 on the JV program either. It is his first foul, so it's a shot and the ball for West Side. They are playing amped up right now. Down 5, and now it's down 1. It is 18 for West Side, 19 for Bellows Falls. Much larger school. I believe they're D2, West Rutland D4. 25 kids or so in the graduating class here in West Side. Couldn't tell you how many in Bellows Falls, but they've got that many kids on their JV team. So Coach Schneider doing a nice job keeping his boys patient. The full court pressure resulting in some points. And I did not see the technical foul, but it'll be West Rutland 1 shot, I believe, and then the ball. And the reason there's no 32, it is the foul against Brian Maxim of West Rutland. Gets the technical. So it'll be Bellows Falls, one shot in the ball. I didn't see it. Maxim to the bench, and Francis Grabowski checks in for him. Second shot is up and good, so that extends it to a 2-point lead, and Bellows Falls will have the ball.
Talking through it. Go, John! Talking through it.
And West Rutland going to show you the 2-3 zone for the first time. Very effective against Long Trail. It's a very active 2-3. Kids up top log a lot of miles. That forces the miss. Grabowski down with a rebound. Hands off to Dow. Dow checks his rear view mirror, makes sure there's nobody there. Now he hands off to Grabowski. Grabowski corner. Drake Jankowski goes strong, draws the foul. West side wants the continuation, but they're going to call that foul on the floor. Fifth foul of the half against Bellows Falls. And it is against Anthony Mueller. Grabowski needs to get it in, finds Jankowski, he thinks about it, puts up a tough shot off the glass, won't go. And how about that tenacious work? Drake Jankowski gets his own rebound, puts up a left-handed floater, and you can count it for two. Tie game, 20 apiece here. West Rutland battles back, and they force the turnover. Dow finds Harvey on the breakaway. Harvey high up the glass, no good. Coach wants a foul, no call. And here comes Bellows Falls on the counter. Baseline jumper maybe. Pulls it back down, kicks it out to the three-point line. Bellows Falls going to reset their offense. You've got Harvey and Dow up at the top of the 2-3. And maybe now they've dropped back into man. 5 is a pretty good jump shooter. That's his second of the game. Cannot let him shoot a wide open jumper like that. Gives Bellows Falls a 3-point lead with 3:07 left, and here comes Westside to run some offense. A lot of excitement in the building. It's awesome to hear. Grabowski looks into the post, nothing there. To Dow, swings to Francis, back to Dow. Dow one dribble in to Harvey. Harvey back to the top of the key to Dow, fakes the pass in. Now to Jankowski, back to Dow. Dow to Francis. Francis thinks about it, and now skip pass all the way across to his brother Willie. That's to Dow. He takes a couple dribbles in over to Willie. That's wide open. He's going to hit it. Nothing but the back of the rim there. West Rutland unable to secure the rebound, and here comes Bellows Falls. Empty trip for Westside, still trail by 3. Dribble, drive, kick out, and number 5 looked good but won't drop. Francis Grabowski up to secure the rebound, and then he's fouled. So that is 6 on Bellows Falls and 2 on Anthony Mueller, and their coach is not happy. Perhaps you can hear him. Here comes Dow. Near side, Willie. Willie to Dow. Dow over to Francis. Francis back to Dow. Bounce pass to Harvey. Harvey looks into the middle to Francis. Sees, oh, Rue Forrest. How about some hustle? All kinds of contact. Brendan Harvey up with it. Jankowski, Grabowski out to Dow. So I missed Rue Forrest checking into the game. 23, he's the big man down on the block, and West Rutland efforting to get that ball into him. Coach Schneider calling C low. Harvey, bounce pass to Willie Grabowski. He's in the corner, he dribbles out of trouble. Picks up his dribble into his brother Francis. Bullet pass picked off. And here comes Bellows Falls. Long possession for Westside. Unable to capitalize, and that is a pull-up 3 off the back of the rim. Francis Grabowski shows you the length and the vertical right there. Pulls it down. Here comes Dow. Minute 12 left. Bounce pass to Willie Grabowski. Back to Dow. Dow pulls it back out, and he calls for Rue to come out. That's over to Francis. Francis thinks about it. Into the corner for Rue. That's a tough spot for a big man. Bounce pass back out to Francis. Dow passes up the shot, finds Harvey. Harvey back to Dow. Dow over to Willie Grabowski. That is through several hands. We're going to call it last off Bellows Falls, 47.1. West Rutland being extremely patient trying to pound this ball into Rue Forrest. If he gets it on the block, he's tremendously effective backing his way down in and dropping it off the glass.
Swing it anyways. Come on, Brendan.
Dow, bounce pass to Francis. He's seen enough. He likes the three. It goes up. No good. Skips off the rim. Bellows Falls out and running. Tough baseline run. Wide open three from deep. That was 3 or 4 feet beyond the line. You can count it good. Westside had a tie, and now they're down 6, 25.6 seconds left. Bounce pass to Willie. Willie thinks about it. Now he goes onto the baseline for Rue Forrest. Forrest puts up the floater. It won't go. And they're going to call offensive on Forrest for his third with 15 seconds left. And that is a tough call for Westside. Coach Snyder calling no fouls. Westside in the 2-3 zone. That's to the far wing, back to the top of the key, near wing into the paint. Floater, no good. Francis pulls it down, and he's going to throw up a prayer at the buzzer. It is no good. So great first half of basketball. Bellows Falls coach may not agree. They lead by 6. Neither team got into the bonus in that half. And it is to the locker rooms. We'll check back after the teams break their huddle for the second half. All right, here they come after the halftime break. Bellows Falls is up 6. Not sure if I mentioned it, but if you have not seen the Bellows Falls West Rutland boys JV game, track it down on PEG and watch it. It is an absolutely fantastic high school basketball game. Hard fought by both sides. One of the more exciting games I've seen in recent years.
Great. Yes, speak up.
Westside's going to start with Dow and Harvey up top. Francis Grabowski on one wing down low. Drake Jankowski in the middle. Willie Grabowski on the other wing. West Rutland's going to come out in a 2-3 zone. Rue Forrest picked up his third, so he's on the bench. Brian Maxim got called for a tee, and I don't think he's been back in the game since. I believe I saw trainer Cody Parker trying to stretch him out. And here we are, baseball pass, far wing. Harvey out to contest. Dow out and then retreats. Bounce pass. Francis comes out and covers. That is a long three, front of the rim, no good. Ball batted around, and it is West Rutland ball. Fortunate. And I missed that. It is a foul on Drake Jankowski. His first of the half for Westside. Corner jumper off the rim, no good. And Willie Grabowski pulls it down, finds Dow, and Dow's going to take a look up the floor, see if he's got anybody. He finds Francis. Francis near wing. Coach Schneider asking for some patience. Dow bounce pass to the corner for Francis. Francis floater back for Jake. Jake top of the key. Tries the bounce pass over to Harvey. Kicked by 12. Remains West Rutland ball. We're 7:09 left in the third quarter, and no score here in the third, so it's still a 6-point lead for Bellows Falls. Francis Grabowski finds Dow, and Dow's going to walk it in and set offense. Bounce pass to Harvey. Harvey jump stop back to the top of the key for Dow. Dow thinks about it. Bounce pass for Grabowski in the corner. Back to Dow. Dow bounce pass to Harvey. Almost another kick for number 12. I believe it's a 1-3-1 that Bellows Falls is running here. Dow picks up his dribble. Bounce pass to Willie. Willie to Dow. Dow sends a pass wide that Harvey's able to track down. 12 is very disruptive up at the top of this zone for Bellows Falls. That's Jankowski. Thinks about it now, kicks it back out. Patient offense for Westside. And that's a bullet pass. Francis likes it, so he puts it up, and you can count that three. West Rutland immediately into the press. Nobody pressing on the near side here. Miscommunication. Pull-up jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Francis Grabowski rebound. He finds Dow. Dow turns and looks. Dribble drive. Bounce pass to Willie Grabowski. He thinks about it. Now back to Dow. Dow's going to back it out. Bounce pass. Handled by Willie. Francis tries to cut through. No ball fake on the pass. Easily picked off by Bellows Falls. They're in the paint, off the glass, and count it for 2. Here comes Dow. It's 28-23. Bellows Falls in the third quarter. Bounce pass to Harvey. Harvey dribbles in, takes a look, finds Willie. Dow, 3, off the back of the rim, no good. West Rutland up for the rebound. Bellows Falls tips it away. And here comes Bellows Falls. West Rutland going to stay in there 2-3. A little bit of dribble penetration. Bellows Falls swinging it around the outside. Near wing, top of the key, far wing, top of the key, far wing. Screen, 5, dribbles in, hands off. Kick out to the 3-point line. Off the front of the rim, comes down for Jankowski. He finds Dow. Dow's going to turn and look. And Westside going to take a timeout and talk things over. Been troubled by the new defense that Bellows Falls came out in. 4:45 left. It's a 5-point Bellows Falls lead. We will check back as the teams break them. So first horn, Coach Snyder getting some last-minute instructions in. And here come the boys. And Bellows Falls breaks their huddle and comes out. So West Rutland will inbound the ball just past midcourt. Harvey to Dow. And we'll see what Coach Snyder has drawn up. Now Bellows Falls in a 2-3. Dow hands off to Jankowski, over to Francis Grabowski. Coach Snyder calling for the swing. Francis Grabowski to Dow. He swings to Harvey. Harvey looks for the cutter inside, not there. Dribbles to the top of the key. Pass to Jankowski. Dow, far wing. Pulls it back out up top. Willie Grabowski comes up. He sets the screen. Dow, high off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Bellows Falls. Great job, Brendan Harvey, to get back on defense. Forced to travel, no call. Now it's a jump ball, and it's a West Rutland ball. Brian Maxim ready to check back in. Nice to see him back, and it is Drake Jankowski after some quality minutes. Here comes number 3, Jake Bartlett in. Francis Grabowski out. West side, white ball, full court press from Bellows Falls coming here.
Set it up, Brian. Go middle, Brian. Down middle.
Ball to Bartlett. Bartlett back to Dow. Dow back to Bartlett. Bartlett's going to get it across. He's tied up, and it's a 10-second call. Full court press. Very effective for Bellows Falls. Has been not as effective, but pretty effective for West Side. That bounce pass onto the block. Maxim looked like he took an elbow to the chin right there. Hook works, and Bellows Falls going to stay in it. West Rutland, be better served to quickly get this ball in and see if they can catch him disorganized. Bounce pass to Bartlett. Bartlett to Dow. Dow doubled at the midcourt line. He sends a floater to Maxim. Maxim to Harvey. Harvey off the top of his head, able to maintain balance to Maxim. West Rutland in all kinds of trouble. Maxim losing his balance, tries to force it off of Bellows Falls' foot. And we've got a whistle. Yep, Brian Maxim may have resulted from the last trip down the floor. He's going to need to see Cody Parker, the West Rutland trainer, and can't tell if it's his mouth or his nose. Cody is West Rutland's trainer, and it is fantastic to have a licensed professional athletic trainer at all the JV and varsity events. We appreciate Cody and his expertise very much.
Stock it. Gotta get out,
Rue Forrest late out to contest that 3, and it drops through. Lead is out to 7, and Bellows Falls will stay in this trap. West Rutland has struggled. Pass back to Bartlett. Bartlett gets ahead of steam and airmails that into the stands. Bellows Falls ball. Jordan Johnson going to check into the game. Johnson in, Bartlett out. 2:54 left. It's a 10-point Bellows Falls lead.
Will and Rue switch. Will and Rue switch. Next time. Next time. Next time.
West side playing man-to-man. That pass into the post. Great bounce pass to a cutter. You can count it. That may be another foul on Forrest. So that's Shane Clark gets the ball, gets the shot to drop and hits the line. Foul is on Jordan Johnson, his first. Off the back of the rim, no good. Bellows Falls able to get that offensive rebound and shove it right back in. Lead has ballooned to 14 and Bellows Falls has dropped off their press, but I believe it's a 1-3-1 and 12 has been extremely disruptive at the top of that. Shane Clark, he gets called for a kick here. Harvey's gonna receive the inbound pass from Dow. Harvey back to Dow. Dow picks up his dribble, finds Forrest on the baseline. Strong move. He'll shoot two. First foul of the half for Bellows Falls. We'll see who they called it on. First of the game for John Strokey. 2:05 left in the third quarter, and it's been all Bellows Falls this quarter. Forrest off the front of the rim, no good. Second shot coming. Sub coming for for Bellows Falls. Strokey out, and Ryan Kelly, a freshman, checks in. Ryan Maxim, all patched up, he checks in. Jordan Johnson checks out. Forrest rolls around but won't drop, and Bellows Falls elevates and pulls down the rebound. They're going to run more offense here. West Rutland back to a 2-3, I believe. Harvey elevates, able to get a hand on that. Bellows Falls pulls it down in the corner three off the rim, no good. Maxim unable to track it down, and they get the roll. It is 39-23, and this quarter has been all Bellows Falls. Great pass into Maxim. Dow swings to Harvey. Harvey to Forrest. Forrest skip pass for Dow. Dow takes the jumper, and you can count that. That's a three for Dow. Dribble, drive, floater, off the rim, no good, and Willie Grabowski shows you some athleticism right there. Gets up and pulls that down. He's going to take that three. Dow tracks down the rebound. He's dribbling out of traffic, and he'll reset offense. That's Grabowski, up fake, dribbles to the baseline. Kicks it out for Harvey. Harvey likes it, so he puts up the three off the rim, no good. And Bellows Falls secures the rebound. 44 seconds left, third quarter. West Rutland with a couple good looks for threes, would have tightened it up. Couldn't get either of the second two to drop. Top of the key, near wing, top of the key. Likes the three, off the rim, no good. Forrest pulls it down, 26 seconds left. Plenty of time for West Rutland to set the offense and get a good look at the hoop. And Bellows Falls. Maybe this is a 1-2-2, I don't know. Dow, bounce pass to Harvey. Harvey to the corner for Forrest. Forrest, it worked last time. He finds Dow. Dow up fake over to Maxim. Maxim short, tipped around, and that may be West Rutland ball. Nope. Last touch by West Rutland. It'll be Bellows Falls with 2.9. West Rutland needs to extend a little bit to keep Bellows Falls from rolling it in and saving clock. Harvey out. And Jordan Johnson in. West Rutland can't get beat deep here. That ball up near midcourt, mishandled and out of bounds. 1.9. West Rutland ball. Catch and shoot your option right here. Grabowski, 2 dribbles off the glass, no good. So great quarter for Bellows Falls. They pulled away a little bit. It is 26 West Side, 39 Bellows Falls. Brian Maxim getting his nose checked by Cody. He appears to be good. And we will check back as teams break the huddle. First horn has sounded. West Rutland going to break the huddle. Down by 13 heading into the final frame here. 8 minutes of basketball left. Bellows Falls will start with the ball. West Rutland comes out with Dow, Jordan Johnson, Francis Grabowski, Brian Maxim, and Ruth Forrest. West Rutland, nice intensity, almost forces the 5 seconds, but Bellows Falls able to inbound in there, top of the key, far wing, top of the key, near wing. Back to the top of the key, Johnson extending the defense very quick. 42. Wide open. Jordan Johnson made something happen there. I'm not sure what it was, but he came down with the ball, and Dow likes it. Off the back of the rim, no good. Johnson battles, unable to secure, and here comes Bellows Falls. That's near side corner. Fake the pass inside, dribble to the top of the key, reverses. That's a nice loop move to the hoop, but unable to finish. Maxim sees a streaking Francis Grabowski. He goes off the glass and puts it in for 2. Nice job to run the floor, Francis. Great recognition, Brian Maxim, and Westside's going to extend the defense. Jordan Johnson mucking it up, and he's going to get called for the reach at the end of that. That's the second on Jordan Johnson. He certainly brings a level of intensity. It's hard to match. So that's 2 on him, 3 on Westside. Bounce pass into the paint. Great position, Brian Maxim straight up, and Bellows Falls unable to get anything clean off. Now they call it on Forrest. That'll be 4 on the big man for Westside. Not a shooting foul. You may have heard a member of the West Rutland crowd disagree with that call. Bellows Falls to inbound. 3-point line, corner. And we've got a foul on 3. 23 for Bellows Falls, 31 for Bellows Falls. Anthony Mueller picks up his 3rd. 2nd on Bellows Falls. He's called for the hold, and here comes more pressure. That should have been a kick. There's no call there. Francis Grabowski tried the bounce pass, and we've got another call. So we have matching fouls on Johnson, his 3rd, and Cam Joy, his 1st. 5th on Westside, 3rd on Bellows Falls, and Bellows Falls maintains possession of the ball. Pass into the post. Nothing. Forrest comes down with it, and Dow. Crossover, beats his man. Pass to Johnson, back to Dow. Dow hands off to Johnson. Johnson to Francis Grabowski, over to Maxim. Maxim looks for Forrest cutting. He's not there. He finds Johnson at the top of the key, near wing Dow. Dow thinks about the corner. Now he comes back to the top of the key. 6:03 left. 11-point lead for Bellows Falls. And Dow's going to go one-on-one here. Crosses over, finds Francis Grabowski. He tries to float one into the post. Tipped away. It remains West Rutland ball. We're at 5:50 left in the 4th quarter here.
John, don't look out that door. That door, John.
Forrest breaks open, dribbles, penetrates on the baseline, goes up strong, can't get the shot to fall. He'll shoot 2. We'll see who this calls against. Bellows Falls coach looking for the offensive. Not going to get the call. That's on Zach Chapin. That's 3 on Zach. Forrest has not been terribly effective from the line so far. Off the back of the rim, no good. Here comes the second. Excuse me. Second shot. Rattles around and drops in. That cuts the lead to 10, and West Rutland able to get out in their press. And Bellows Falls dribbles through. Coach Schneider looking for a travel. Instead, they're going to call a foul. I believe it's on Johnson. That's on Francis Grabowski, excuse me. So that's 6 on West Side and 1 on Francis. Bellows Falls to inbound. They come out. Now it's far wing. Bounce pass into the post. Beautiful bounce pass to the man on the block, and Francis Grabowski gets a 2-hand shove in the back. They're not going to call the foul. They're going to call it out of bounds off Grabowski. Maxim able to get a hand on that and disrupt. Bellows Falls will try again. They try to go into the backcourt, and Brian Maxim able to intercept. He goes up strong, gets the ball stripped. He'll shoot 2. That's the 3rd on number 12 for Bellows Falls. That is Shane Clark picking up his 3rd. 5th against Bellows Falls here in the half, and Maxim needs to make these free throws and tighten things up a little bit here. Skips off the rim, no good. Second shot coming. Be nice to get the lead under double digits here. 5:27 left, lots of time. Second shot's up and good. 30-39. Full court pressure, West Rutland. It's Maxim and Johnson in the backcourt. Bellows Falls able to get it past midcourt, and now they'll set up offense. Bounce pass, top of the key. Coach Schneider asking his boys to extend the defense. Man-to-man all over the floor. Dribble, drive, floater. And that's a tough finish right there. Dow to midcourt. Hands off to Francis Grabowski. Grabowski bounce pass to Johnson. Johnson swings to Maxim. Maxim. Couple dribbles, and now he swings to Dow. Dow picks up his dribble. Bounce pass into Forrest. Forrest, I'll tell you what, he is a monster when he gets the ball down on the block right there, and that left hand is soft off the glass. Good for 2. Forrest hesitant to extend the defense, doesn't want to get beat off the dribble, also doesn't want to pick up the foul. Maxim, quick on his feet, forces the kick out. 3-point line, back to the top of the key for Bellows Falls. They swing it near wing and dribble back to the top of the key. Crossover. We're at 4 minutes left, and Bellows Falls finds a cutter, goes for the floater, no good. And West Rutland comes away with the ball. Schneider calls a timeout. He wants to talk it over with the boys. So we've got a 9-point lead for Bellows Falls with 3:58. 6 fouls against West Side and 5 team fouls against Bellows Falls here in the half. West Rutland has hung around, and they do have a chance to close here. Coach Schneider drawing something up. This is a great opportunity for me to thank PEGTV for allowing me to use their equipment and produce these games. I know folks who are unable to attend for whatever reason appreciate being able to either stream it online or watch them as they come on TV. If you're watching on TV, you can go to PEGTV's website. They have a video on demand tab. You can search West Rutland and you'll find all kinds of West Rutland sports action. Primarily boys soccer, JV basketball, and varsity basketball this year. I haven't had as much time to tape as many girls games as I would have liked. But thanks so much to PEG. I know it's a thrill for the kids to be on TV, and I know folks who are unable to attend truly appreciate it. If there's something in your life that's important, I encourage you to call PEGTV. Wonderful staff there will help you learn how to run the equipment and put what you care about on TV for others to see. It's a great service they provide, and I truly appreciate them. So here we go, coming out of the timeout. 3:58 left. West Rutland has struggled with the defense that Bellows Falls has employed, and I can't tell if it's a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1, but it's Harvey. Hands off to Dow. Dow, top of the key. Grabowski with a deep three, and that's off the glass and no good. Maxim pressuring off the miss. Bellows Falls breaks it down. Now they're driving into the paint. Floater off the rim, no good, and Francis elevates, pulls it down, and he shovels off to Dow. Dow takes a look up, nothing open, so he resets offense. He comes near side. Four's going to come up and set a screen. Dow. Nothing there for the drive, so he hands off to Maxim. Maxim over to Francis Grabowski. He thinks about it, forces it into Forrest, unable to handle that tough pass. And here comes Bellows Falls on the counter. Nice crossover, and now they're into the offensive half. Handoff for 22, Harvey switches. And we've got a travel call against Bellows Falls. We're at 3:04. And West Rutland's got a 9-point lead to chisel away on here. Here comes Dow. Dow dribbles in, hands off to Maxim. Maxim swings to Francis Grabowski, over to Harvey. Harvey thinks about Forrest. Now he comes to Dow, top of the key. Dow to Grabowski. Grabowski launches the three off the back of the rim, no good. Dow tracks down the rebound, keeps his dribble alive, and resets offense at the top of the key. He comes near side, hands off to Francis. Francis to Harvey. Maxim likes it, off the back of the rim, no good. Harvey mucking it up, gets on that rebound, and Dow able to secure. He kicks out to Francis. Third three of the trip is a good one. Third time's the charm, and West Rutland able to press. Bellows Falls going to get a layup out of this, unless Rue Forrest puts the body on him. Needed to stop the layup, but I think that's all. 5 on Forrest. Free throws coming. He battled foul trouble all game. So Willie Grabowski going to check back in. 6-point lead with Bellows Falls to shoot 2, and they will be in the bonus the rest of the way. 2:20 left. West Rutland refusing to go away. Schneider talking it over with his point guard Jake Dow on this first foul shot. It's off the front of the rim, off the glass, and won't drop. On a make, I'm sure Bellows Falls will press. Second shot is up, and it is good.
Francis, no, get out. Get out, get out. Wait, hey, down here. Down here, wait.
Dow tries to get the bounce pass out to Maxim, and Bellows Falls picks that off, and now West Rutland may need to foul to put him on the line. Dribble drive, and he's just going to carry it back outside. 2 minutes left. Great entry pass. Floater, no good. And here comes Maxim. Maxim up to Willie Grabowski. He thinks about attacking the basket. Now he swings it out to Dow. Dow to Francis. Francis off the front of the rim, no good. Ball contested, and Dow's going to pick up a foul on the reach. Nope. We've got a timeout for Bellows Falls. So you've got a 7-point lead for Bellows Falls, 42-35 here in the fourth quarter. Minute 44 left. Coach is going to talk it over, and we'll come back after they break their huddle. So second horn sounds. Coach is done giving their instructions. overheard a bit of the message from the Bellows Falls coach, and it was, if it's not a layup, don't shoot. Minute 44 left, 7-point lead. They're looking to kill clock instead of score. West Rutland going to deny all over the floor. Willie Grabowski with a reach from behind. Bellows Falls going to shoot a 1-and-1. Not sure if that was the strategy or not, but it certainly saves clock, and we'll see if he's able to make West Rutland pay. It's Cam Joy, a senior, on the line for Bellows Falls. Off the rim, no good.
Hey, 5 down. Francis.
So I'm not sure if that was a violation.
No, Will.
I guess it was a foul on 31. So 4th on him, 6th on Bellows Falls, and more pressure. It's Harvey, bounce pass to Maxim, over to Francis. Francis called for a travel in the corner. And West Rutland needs to regroup and get in the press here. That's an errant pass, and Francis Grabowski's going to take it strong, go off the glass, he can count it. And West Rutland needs to stay in the press here. Dow stops the progress. Bellows Falls forced to go back. Maxim with the strip, he's going to go up strong, and you can count that for 2. It's a 3-point game. Bellows Falls coach calls for a timeout with a minute 15 left. West Rutland playing turnover defense, scoring the turnovers. It is 42-39. We've got a full timeout, and we are going to come back when the teams break. So first horn has sounded. West Rutland student section coming alive. Bellows Falls to inbound with a minute 15 left. They come near side immediately, back to the middle. Francis Grabowski, nice job to get back. And Dow's gonna foul and force the free throws. 1:05 left. So Dow over to talk with Schneider again. It is a 1-and-1. That's the 9th foul, so from here on out it'll be double bonus for Bellows Falls. First shot is up. And it's a violation on Bellows Falls. Joy hit the free throw, but lane violation on Bellows Falls negates the point and results in a turnover. And Bellows Falls, I'm shocked, is not pressing. So 3-point lead, 58 seconds left. It's Willie Grabowski. Continues around the top, finds Harvey. Harvey up fake, bounce pass to Dow. Dow calls for Grabowski to cut through. And what's the foul here? It's on 31. So West Rutland goes to 1-and-1, I believe. Anthony Mueller picks up number 5. Mueller with his 5th. Grabowski to the line for 1-and-1. Bellows Falls coach is hot under the collar. Francis is a good free throw shooter. There's 47.4 left. Mueller to the bench with his 5th foul. And we'll see what Francis can do from the free-throw line. Grabowski with a make will make it a 1-point game and enable West Rutland to go immediately into their press. Oh, baby. That is a sweet stroke. It's nothing but the bottom of the net. 1-point game. Maxim reaches out and fouls. 45.3 left. Bellows Falls is in the double bonus now. How many is that on Maxim? That's the 3rd. So number 12 for Bellows Falls going to shoot 2. That is Shane Clark. He's a junior. won't go. Second shot off the front of the rim, no good. It's tipped up, and Francis Grabowski rips it out of the air, and he's going to hand off to Dow. We'll see if Schneider calls a timeout to draw something up. He certainly does. And check out that West Side student section right there. Hinchy Gymnasium is hopping right now. It is a 1-point lead for West Side over Bellows Falls. 38.3 left. West Rutland facing a significant deficit coming into the fourth quarter. They have failed to go away, chiseling, and they've got it down to 1 point. Interesting to see what Coach Schneider draws up here. I'm surprised Bellows Falls didn't continue with the pressure. Bellows Falls coach message is no fouls. First horn sounds. Here comes Bellows Falls. Coach Schneider continues to talk. He's got till the second horn. Got to be the same five coming back out for West Side. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty loud in Hinchy Gymnasium right now. Brendan Harvey's going to inbound, and they're going to deny to Jake Dow in the backcourt. Dow fakes forward, goes back, and he's got the ball at midcourt, 35 seconds left. Hands off to Harvey. Harvey hands off to Grabowski. Grabowski across the top, nothing there. He continues to dribble, loses the ball. It's touched by Bellows Falls on the line. That is a fortunate turn of events right there. Grabowski lost the handle. Bellows Falls to pick up the loose ball, and they touch it as it rolls onto the line. 26 seconds left, holy smokes. Lob pass, Maxim has to elevate to get that. That was dicey. 22 seconds, Dow to Willie. Willie off the back of the rim, no good. Who's there? Jump ball. No, they're going to call a foul on Dow, looks like. 15.2 left. Yep, that's a hold on Dow, his third. Bellows Falls is going to shoot two with 15.2 seconds left and a 1-point lead. West Rutland's still alive no matter what happens here. First shot won't go. This second shot, very important to make, allows Bellows Falls to press. A miss gives West Rutland a free release. 15.2 seconds, 1-point lead. And that's up and good. West Rutland needs to hurry to get this in. Coach Schneider calling timeout and finally gets the call. 12.5 left. West Rutland almost threw that ball into the lobby. So Coach Schneider's going to call a full timeout. We'll resume as the players break the huddle. First horn has sounded. West Rutland breaks their huddle. They're down 2 with 12.5 left. Timeout was in the other half of the floor, but doesn't matter. West Rutland inbounds to Dow. Dow into the offensive half. Crossover. He's going to take it to the rack. Up off the glass, and you can count it. Bellows Falls coach calls timeout. Jacob Dow. How about that? Ties the game with 2.7 left. West Side student section going crazy. Jake Dow, high pick and roll, takes it all the way. Left hand off the glass and good. Teams receiving instructions. We're going to stay here. 3.6 seconds left, tie game. Whew, what a beauty. JV game that preceded this was equally exciting. West Rutland student section having some fun right now. Nice crowd here in West Side. Bellows Falls traveled pretty well. And the West Side half is pretty well packed. West Side gonna break the huddle here. imagine West Rutland would come out with the full court press, and they do. 3.6 seconds. And they send a long bomb that never comes in. West side ball under the hoop with 3.6. Baseball pass, never touched, never comes in. West Rutland got to look at something special right here. Willie Grabowski's going to put this ball in. Wow. Oh, Willie Grabowski. Turnover off the glass at the buzzer, no good. Dicey. West Rutland had a chance to the win, but at least they didn't get the loss, so we're going to head into overtime. I'm going to step away. We'll come back as teams break their huddles. West Side student section doing the banana. So we're headed to a 4-minute OT. 43-43. West Rutland's committed 10 fouls, so Bellows Falls is in the double bonus. Bellows Falls has committed 7, so West Rutland's in the 1-1. And we're going to jump at the middle here. Teams switching sides. I guess the centers were switching sides. Not sure if the team switched sides. We'll know in a second. Brian Maxim going to get up and see what he can do. Brendan Harvey controls, and he comes near side, and he hands off to Jacob Dow. 3:53 in overtime. Francis Grabowski to Willie Grabowski. He dribbles to the near wing, bullet pass out to Dow. Dow to Harvey. Harvey well out past the three-point line, bounce pass into Maxim. Maxim tries to spin and drive the baseline, no go. Willie Grabowski in the corner, out of trouble to Dow. 3:33 left. And Dow's gonna attack the basket here. Great crossover, kick out. Off the rim, no good. Willie Grabowski, athletic. Almost had it. That kick out I thought went to Maxim, but it was over Maxim to Francis Grabowski for the 3. I apologize for losing the ball out of frame. So we're still tied. First possession for West Rutland comes up empty, and you can hear the West Side, especially the student section, having a ball. Bellows Falls patient, and that ball's tipped. Harvey out to pressure, mishandled, but Bellows Falls recovers. Far wing, top of the key, near wing, top of the key. West Rutland gets a hand on that. Harvey's gonna press, and they're gonna call backcourt on that. Clearly tipped by Harvey, and the Bellows Falls coach is pretty hot. And the official has heard enough. Bellows Falls is going to take his turn with the other official now. So it's going to be West Rutland ball at midcourt, 2:50 left in overtime. Bellows Falls coach can argue till he's blue in the face. And now we've got a official conference. And there's clarification. Official refuses to change his mind. It's West Rutland ball. 2:50 left. Bellows Falls coach continues to argue. And Jake Dow going to come over and have a word with Francis Grabowski. Grabowski inbounds to Dow, and here we go. We're winding clock, 2:49. Bounce pass to Maxim. Maxim finds a wide open Willie Grabowski off the glass, no good. And Willie's going to shoot. Willie to the line to shoot 2. We'll see who that foul's on. Noah Wilkinson, his first, 8th on West Side, and Willie doesn't want it quiet. Bang! Willie Grabowski. Take Willie. Off the front of the rim, no good. Maxim there for the attempt. It's a one-point lead for West Rutland, 2:36. Bellows Falls gonna run some offense. Fire away, back to the top of the key. Into the paint, kick out. That's a good look for a three. That is off the rim. And Brendan Harvey skies for the rebound. And he hands off to Dow, and Dow's gonna walk it up to midcourt here at 2:16. And West Rutland's got a 1-point lead. Hands off to Francis Grabowski, over to Willie Grabowski. He goes to the corner for Harvey. Harvey dribbles out to Dow, top of the key, no reason to hurry. 1-point lead, 2:02 left. Dow looks to attack the basket, picks up his dribble, bounce pass into Maxim. He thinks about the cutting player, but hands back to Dow instead. Dow's into the corner. He's baseline. He's got Maxim for a short jumper. Maxim through traffic. No call. Off the glass. No good. Maxim up again. Off the glass, and you can count it. It's a 3-point West Side lead with 1:38. I don't know if you can hear me over the crowd. It is loud in here. Dribble into the paint, kick out, that's a three. Off the rim, no good. Francis Grabowski up, and he hands off to Dow, and Dow's in no hurry. We've got 1:21, and Jake's gonna walk it up to midcourt. It's a 3-point lead for Westside, 46-43. Dow hands off to Harvey. Harvey comes to Grabowski. Grabowski hands off to Francis Grabowski. He thinks about it, now he's back to top of the key for Dow. No reason to hurry for Westside. The clock's the enemy. Cutting Francis off the glass. No good, fouls on the floor. 1:02 left, and Francis Grabowski going to the line for a 1-and-1. West Rutland has battled and battled. That is the 4th on 42, Zach Chapin. And Francis back to the line for 1-and-1. The Grabowski boys getting it done from the line. That's a 4-point lead, and make here means Westside can press. Jake Dow just giving instructions, couldn't tell what they were. It is loud in here. Oh, Francis Grabowski hits them both, and West Rutland's gonna drop back. It's a 5-point lead, and we're under a minute. Westside got to play some defense here. And that is a long three off the rim, no good. Brian Maxim up, and Jake Dow is gonna get fouled and go to the line. And that's the 10th, it's a 2-shot foul. Jake Dow is gonna shoot 2, and I'll tell you what, West Rutland has had one heck of a night tonight. Incredible JV game and an equally incredible varsity game. 46.9 left. 5-point Westside lead. That's the second foul on number 5, Cam Joy of Bellows Falls. Back of the rim, no good. Second shot coming. Second one's good, and that's a big make. 6-point lead now, 45 seconds left, and here comes Bellows Falls. They're gonna need to hurry. Step back three, up. No good off the back of the rim. Willie Grabowski elevates. Bellows Falls somehow able to save it. They're at the top of the key. Kick out for a long three, 32 seconds left. Clock is ticking away. That's a dribble drive. They need threes. Oh, my heart. Wow, that's not a good foul. Basket counts. And here's one way to get a three. That foul's on Francis Grabowski, his second. So one foul shot coming. It's a 6-point lead with 27.2 left. Off the rim, no good. Loose ball. Harvey hands off to Dow. And we're going to shoot more free throws. That foul is on 12, Shane Clark. Fourth on him, Brendan Harvey steps to the line. He'll shoot 2. It's a 4-point lead. 25.4 left. Oh, and he gets the roll, baby. Brendan Harvey gets the roll. That's a 5-point lead. One more to shoot. Oh, second shot is exactly the same. Off the back of the rim and in. Here comes Bellows Falls. They'll jack a 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. They'll get the 2. There's 18 seconds left. And I believe that's a timeout for Bellows Falls. West Rutland 4-point lead and the ball with 17 seconds.
One full each way.
Coach is going to draw up their plans for how they want the end of this to go. We'll see which one is right. This is an absolutely fantastic game. Joe Harrington's going to go over and talk to a fan who got in the official's ear a little bit. So a West Side fan's going to have to leave and miss the finish here. 17 seconds left. First horn. How about the West Rutland student section? West Rutland ball. Bellows Falls going to press. Maxim's going to inbound. 17 seconds on the nose. 51-47 West Side. Both teams in the double bonus. Dow fakes left, goes right. Able to get the ball in. Immediate foul. Bellows Falls coach not happy. They had him trapped, hoping for the turnover. Instead of West Rutland shooting 2. And he's going to take a walk and try and cool off. He is pretty hot right now. 16 seconds left. And we'll see Jake Dow shoot 2. One dribble, it's off the rim, no good. Second shot coming. "16 seconds left on the clock. Second one misses everything. And Dow's got a funny look on his face. He's not quite sure what that was. 16 seconds left. And Bellows Falls gets an opportunity to roll it. Saved a second or two. And that ball mishandled on the sideline. And Bellows Falls turns it over. 11.8 left. And West Rutland's going to call what may be their final timeout to talk this over. 11.8 left. Bellows Falls unforced error. And it is 51 West Side, 47 Bellows Falls. We're going to come back as the teams are breaking their huddles. West Side's going to break the huddle and come out. Coach Snyder's message at the end of that timeout was pretty simple. We got to finish. We're not out of this yet. West Rutland's going to inbound from the sideline deep in their own end. We'll see if Bellows Falls elects to foul and send them to the line. Don't believe their coach had that in mind last time. And that inbounds play designed for Francis Grabowski. He is fouled. He will shoot 2. Francis going to shoot 2 here with 8.4 left and a 4-point lead. Drops through. Attention to detail for Coach Snyder. Jake Dow not shooting terribly well from the line. Most inbounds plays are drawn up for him. He draws up a play for Francis. Assuming he'll get fouled. And Francis rewards smart coaching with 2 makes, 7 seconds left. Let him shoot from there. It's a long 3 and it rattles home. Timeout, Bellows Falls. 3-point lead. It can't get much tighter. It can't get much more exciting here in West Rutland. 53 West Side, 50 Bellows Falls. 3.3 seconds and the ball for West Rutland. And we're going to come back as teams break the hump. So here we come. Slight correction on the clock. We've got 3.6 seconds. Neither team has a timeout. West Rutland has the ball. They'll inbound from their own baseline with a 3-point lead and 3.6 seconds left in an overtime game. This has been an absolute of a beaut. Maxim finds Francis Grabowski. They foul him with 1.5. He'll shoot 2. He's been money from the line. Coach Schneider calling for pressure on a make or a miss and no fouls. Going to make the desperation attempt by Bellows Falls if they have one, a tough one. And you can count that. Francis Grabowski unflappable at the line. Coach Schneider reiterates no fouls. Second one's up, and it's nothing but net. 1.2 left, and the prayer goes unanswered. And how about that for a win for the West Rutland Varsity boys? Both the JV and the varsity faced huge deficits going into the fourth quarter. Both teams overcame. Absolutely fantastic basketball. Great to see. Hard work rewarded. Tough one for Bellows Falls. Big lead going into the fourth quarter, but West Rutland would not go away. We got the handshakes coming. Be interesting to see who Coach Schneider picks as his PEGTV player of the game. That was well coached on both ends, but West Rutland holds it together for the win. That is absolutely fantastic work. We'll be back for the PEGTV player of the game. So here we are with tonight's PEGTV player of the game, Francis Grabowski. Congratulations, Francis.
Thank you.
How's that feel?
Amazing.
Amazing. Have you ever come back bigger than that in a basketball game?
Never, not in my high school career.
Not in our high school career. That is absolutely fantastic. What'd you guys do well tonight?
Well, the beginning it was slow, but we picked it up and we just played our hearts out.
Played your hearts out. One on both ends of the floor. I love to see it. And boy, are you money from the free throw line, huh? Congratulations. Great work. Nice win.
Thank you.
You bet.